Wonder though.
Well, switch it fast, because
Go
we're
ahead
live!
Go ahead, that's fine. Get started without me, it's fine.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I know we keep switching up all of the freaking setup for the, how often we do these things. But right now, setting down the ground rules, once every 2 weeks, we're doing one of these sessions. Maybe we'll do them more. Maybe we'll do them just that much, but we are doing them at least that much. I'm guaranteeing that at this point. For anybody who doesn't know what they're getting into here, this is a little campaign that I've been running for, this is going to be the 4th session, Monsterhearts 2. If you haven't heard of Monsterhearts 2, take a look at it. It's a very well-made system using the Powered by the Apocalypse starting system for tabletop RPGs. It's made by Magpie Games. They make a lot of wonderful games like they also make Masks, a new generation, which is like a superhero game. This one is basically young teen supernatural drama distilled into a tabletop RPG format. So think like Teen Wolf, Twilight, Vampire Diaries. I think there's some supernatural influence in there, although I'm pretty sure those are young adults. Anyway, all of those kinds of shows, but it's tabletop. And if you're curious about the story so far, you can go ahead and check out the other 3 sessions that we've done in the live playlist of my channel. Joining me today, once again, for a rocky little ride, we have, I would normally start with Vern, but she's away, Salty, down below.
Hello. Hi.
Playing as Wix, the succubus, or I guess, what did we call it? Excubus? Because
Excubus, yeah.
Yeah, because they're non-binary. Nil.
No,
Neil doesn't know how a mic works.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Vern. Playing as was it Eero?
Yeah.
Eero.
I thought it was Euro.
Eero. How is it pronounced, Nil?
Euro. I don't know. It's Euro?
Yeah.
Okay, Eero. The Banshee. And lastly, Vern.
Hi.
Playing as Jasmine, the magician. As always, this is an 18+ stream. We do mention things on a sexual nature. We casually say the funny fuck word. We bring up all of those juicy stuff, and I do enjoy me a good description of a violent act. So if any of that stuff makes you uncomfortable, if anything that we discuss at all makes you be like, maybe I should be watching something else, yeah, maybe you should. Maybe you should click right off and find something more entertaining or more up your alley to watch. Otherwise, stick right around and enjoy a spooky little time featuring a lot of wacky hijinks involving currently Wix struggling not to bleed out as they are carried to their apartment. So, we last left off with a strange little revelation about the victim of the latest odd happenings going on in town, Donna Gilliard, who pulled out a surprise tree trunk from her hand. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me make sure Discord audio is going through. Could somebody say something real quick? I think it is, but just to make sure.
Hello.
Okay, yeah, you're good. You're good.
Hello.
Cool. I just wanted to make sure. I'm always worried about the audio shit. Yeah, her hand turned into, I don't know, was it a tree trunk? Was it a root? It was really vast, you know that. And cut.
That was tree stuff.
Yeah, cut Wix along, like, kind of the abdomen to chest area. And rather than choosing to pursue a running Donna, both Eero and frickin' both Iro and Jasmine decided to drop down and help out Wix. Wix, they offered to take you to the hospital. You refused, saying you wanted to go to your home. Why is that?
Because I don't have money for hospital stuff like that.
That's
Not
fair.
insured, and
Okay.
also I've
Oh
dealt
yeah.
with cuts and stuff like that, and I have stuff at home.
Okay, sounds good. So, yeah, you get brought back to your apartment just a few blocks down. Wix, why don't you describe your apartment for us?
All right, so it's on the second floor, the third room in on this complex, this very shoddy looking complex. The door looks like a normal fucking door, but when I open it, you're hit with a bit of a stench of just unkeptness. And when you go inside, there is bags all over the place. The kitchen has like dishes piled up. There's like really nothing else. There's like a TV and like maybe like a nightstand and a dresser along with like the kitchen and like basic appliances. Other than that, there's like nothing else. It's bland and dirty in here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well then. So, Jasmine, Iro, you step into this dingy, unkempt, very bland studio apartment, and guide Wix over to their bed, I assume?
Yes.
Well, you're being guided, Wix.
Studio apartment, right?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna take them to their bed.
Cool.
Oh, and
I'd
it's
be
a
like, "All right."
studio apartment, so there's no rooms besides
Yeah.
That is, yeah.
She'll tell Arrow to help her get Wix on the bed, so that way she can take a look at the wound.
Mm-hmm.
Will help.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So,
I'll tell Jasmine that the bandages and the sanitization and alcohol is underneath the sink.
Okay. And she's gonna go get that.
yep.
Sorry, go ahead, Weasel. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You all set about getting things together for Wix to recover. Let me actually, I forgot to grab some of. Oh, here we go. Wait, no. It's possibly. Yeah. Here it is. Just make sure I've got. If I recall correctly, the rules for recovering harm are pretty simple. It's just you can spend some time to recover one harm. If someone else aids you in a sensual manner, then that will recover an additional harm. Personally, I consider any touching another person's body in any way to be somewhat sensual in regards to the genre that we're in. So,
But
yeah,
Heyo.
I don't fucking mind.
right.
I mean,
mean-
if you want me to touch you sensually, Wix, I will.
You straight up have to.
I
Yeah.
know.
For real. Yeah. If you guys want to make a scene out of that, try to take an opportunity to make some hot rolls, feel free. But I would give you the breathing room, and you would have to RP that in character. So enjoy that shit.
I
Alrighty.
don't know, that happened last session.
Yep. Well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I think the extent of being sensual would like her ripping open Wix's shirt to get to the wound. I think that's like the
fair.
hottest thing that will happen. Because then she's applying alcohol directly to the wound after that. Unless Wix is into that, it's not going to be pretty.
A little into it, but I'm more in pain right now, especially immediately after you dropping fucking alcohol on the fucking wound.
Not directly on the wound, like
It-
putting it in the rag and then being like, okay, Arrow, if they start like thrashing about, you're gonna have to hold them down.
Okay, Iro
It's going
holding Wix
for it,
down
no
is
matter what.
probably going to also. Yeah.
If
Okay.
Arrow does it, God, am I even
Yeah.
pronouncing that correctly?
Yeah. But
Okay.
he's going to attempt.
Mhm.
I should say.
I mean, it's not difficult. Like you don't. I don't need a roll for any of this.
This twig is made of sticks.
You. Yeah. So
True.
you get the Okay. You get the alcohol. You get the rag. Hero reluctantly holds Wix down by their wrists as you rip their shirt and press the sodden rag to their wound. This is kind of the part where whatever would have been like, enticing about the scene ends, and the just look of agony on Wix's face becomes palpable. Would you say that
poor
Wix has a
baby.
high pain tolerance, Salty?
It's higher than most, but damn, does it still sting?
Yeah, absolutely, it does. So you don't cry out or thrash, but there is some pressure against Hero's hands. There is some jerking and stuff. You feel the whole pins and needles jerking about the nerves at the open wound, just bouncing around. And eventually you are able to properly clean and dress the wound. It is nasty. Like, it wasn't a deep gash, but it was long. And if you had not acted sooner, it very likely could have been infected. It might still become infected, but I assume you have antibiotics and stuff for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's gonna make sure that Wix downs that with a.
Yeah.
She's listen. You're gonna take so much fucking Benadryl, you're never gonna be allergic to something ever again.
Jesus Christ.
Unless it's
Just to get
Benadryl.
you to sleep it off.
That's called death, I think.
Yeah, that's true. That you know. Anyway,
You know what? Fair enough.
you. Yeah, go ahead and clear 2 harm wicks. So the 3 of you sit, make sure Wix is fully covered, at least for now, on the road to recovery. And I'm gonna leave the floor to you to discuss what the hell just happened.
Jasmine's gonna make sure that Wix's wound is like fully covered all the way across. And then
Yeah,
finally take a seat and I'm sorry, I
Wix
didn't mean
is
to.
has like a
Oh,
crop top on and stuff like that, and is probably just in shorts because you straight up ripped off their favorite clothes. So
I'm so sorry. Just the
they
shirt.
had to
Only the
grab
shirt.
something.
Only the
That's
shirt.
that's when you notice that Wix doesn't have a lot of clothes.
Oh, baby. Continue shopping after this.
But yeah, so they have just like the crop top on, and they're like, so what the fuck was that exactly?
I don't know.
And I don't know. You said you did a lot of like research into that. So like, there's like no ideas at all.
I didn't do the research.
Uh, um, so, there's a chance that he's just like sitting there, like fingers tapping on like this leather bound notebook, staring at the ground. There's a chance that the Eldritch ancient magic tree kind of synced with our friend. I don't know how to explain it to you guys.
Like it infected her with tree?
Um, that's a polite way of saying it. Yeah.
I want you to know this is the worst sentence you said to me.
What?
It's gonna get. It's a. I'm so sorry, and it's gonna get worse.
Oh my god.
I knew it
Uh
was a cursed ass tree, but I didn't think it was like that kind of curse.
oh no, it's existed for centuries. There's no way it's not that kind of curse. It's filled with
Uh,
soul. It's filled with the souls of millennia. It's not a fun time.
it's never easy.
Um, on the what we do about it, I don't. I really don't know. I've never dealt with a warlock before.
A
That's
warlock?
also well. That's just kind of the term I'm gonna use because it feels like it makes sense.
You nerd.
I mean, fair.
Jasmine looks confused.
So it's like ingrained into her now?
Oh, I don't. Though my guess. I mean, people's arms don't just become branches.
Mhm.
That's true.
Yeah.
So it's probably
Mm.
some kind of big part of her now. She also didn't seem like she knew what she was doing, so it's probably a really new
Um,
development.
it probably happened right then for the first time.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
And
this brings up my
It's
next question.
Pogo.
if my notes are correct, she was the
Mhm.
friend of the girl who was taken by the tree, right?
Yes.
And she
The
was there
girl who
that
was
night.
taken by the tree,
Mm-hmm.
by every possible account that you guys have done any kind of research into, is super dead. Um,
Yeah.
the friend is the one
Yep.
who survived. Donna Gilliard
Yep.
was Helen's friend.
Donna was there that night. I don't really know how they didn't. I don't really know how this happened, to be honest. Maybe if you're within close enough proximity when it takes somebody, their life force can be added to yours. Also, as he talks,
That sounds
he
right.
opens his notebook, writes something, and closes it.
What you writing?
Notes.
Mhm.
Are you
Just
keeping a lot of them?
um, yeah, kind of often. I write a lot of stuff.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Mhm.
Is it
Well,
not
since
weird
we're
that you guys
thinking,
just kind of talk about this kind of stuff? You guys seem really just okay with just talking about weird supernatural stuff.
I've been stabbed in the leg and slashed in the chest by trees and tree-like things for about 2 days.
Fair enough.
I grew up with this kind of weird shit, so
Okay. I guess it's just me.
Well, since we're thinking hypothetically, what do you think will happen to her when we burn that fucking tree down?
probably nothing good. Or it'll free her. Who knows?
Well, it can either, yeah, it's gonna be she dies with it, or she no longer has tree magic.
There's got to be some way to like break the curse from her. If we could break the curse on her, we might be able to save her. But I don't even know where to begin with that.
We're also assuming she wants to be saved, or if saving is even the right operative term.
Well, I mean, when she used it, she was terrified. So,
Well, yeah, because she didn't know what was happening. If my arm turned into a tree randomly, I'd also freak out.
I mean, yeah, that's safe to assume she probably doesn't want it then.
I mean, I guess. The biggest problem is we have to talk to her again, and I don't know how that's even going to be possible.
Hmm. Mm.
Oh,
I mean, I
we're
could try
sharing.
to find her.
Yeah, we should discuss a more important thing first. Not
Mhm.
saying that the soul of of this person we know isn't vitally important. I want you guys to know that I'm very into wanting to save her. But our make sure I have the right subject. History teacher. Our history teacher happens to know a lot more about the situation than he should.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what just happened? Fix it.
Well, I mean, you said before he knows that you're also looking into it, right?
Yeah, but he came up to me when I was in the library, and we talked for a minute, and he was talking like he knew the girl who I watched get taken was dead, but on all accounts, everywhere she was listed as missing.
Mm.
And like I could just be overthinking it, but he was giving odd vibes. Honestly, if this was a show, this is the part where I would assume he was trying to lead me towards the correct answer.
What do you mean, like, try to lead you toward the correct answer? Like, what did he say?
Just what I said. We just talked, but he would always leave out like the end of a big point he was trying to make and let me get there instead. I don't know. He
That's
was being a teacher.
fucking weird.
Oh,
He's a teacher. It's what he does.
maybe you should talk
Yeah,
to him
being a
again
teacher
then?
in a weird
I can try to talk to him again, but what if what if he is the bad guy and actively tries to kill me?
well, we don't, as far as we know, in terms of a bad guy, it's the tree.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any, like,
Oh,
any kind
well,
of, like, overarching villain that we're looking for, but
mhm.
something to keep in mind, I guess.
Not to mention, really, we're kind of in the same position as he is, researching as much as we can about the shit we don't understand, trying to get answers.
I could pay another visit to my mom, I guess.
Oh yeah, you can do your funny little magic voodoo shit.
She's gonna look at Wix and say, "Speaking of weird magic voodoo,"
Huh?
and like lean forward and ask, "Remember the other night when we first met the tree?
Mm-hmm.
Remember the moment before we were attacked? Did you feel anything before that happened?"
You asked me this at the coffee place.
Wait,
I
did
told you
she?
no. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I'm so sorry. I forgot that conversation happened.
No, you're good. I mean, if you still want to bring it
It's
up,
been
just
2
hammer it
weeks.
down more. Yeah, I mean,
It's
you can
been
still just
2
like
weeks.
hammer it down and be like, "Are you sure?"
She could, but I don't think that she would bring it up again. That's my mistake. Um, no, she'll say instead she'll be like, when you were attacked by the tree, did anything, I don't know, weird happen afterwards? Like, let me see the wound.
Which one?
Unbandage the wound. Do it.
The one from when the tree stabbed you the other day
Sure.
when we were chasing him.
Yeah, sure. It's on my leg.
Yeah, so and she'll gesture to the leg.
I'm just wrapped up in old shitty bandaging.
Oh,
Looks like a
jeez.
toddler did it.
Oh my god, yeah, she's replacing those.
Mhm.
Jeez, you can't even
I
bandage
mean,
yourself
it's healed.
correctly.
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So she's gonna take a look at it. Do I see anything like out of the ordinary besides that it's healing?
um, Wait, so you don't have anything resembling a healing factor, do you?
No.
Okay. Then not particularly. Um, it it doesn't look great, but it doesn't look life threatening or anything.
I
Actually,
don't sense any like weird curse tree magic from it.
You could roll to gaze into the abyss if you want.
Sure. It's my dark.
decent. Senor.
The butter
Okay.
seed.
Okay. As you're looking at this, couple of days old wound, it's probably been 3 days since that particular one
Mhm.
went down. Um,
Mhm.
you're pulling bits of like magical residue stuff. It's really hard to explain with words. But you seek out like whatever remnants might still be there. The only things you're really able to find are the natural uh, magics that tend to follow any kind of physical or emotional trauma. You get flashes in your head of the exact moment when Wix was stabbed. You feel the pain is it shooting through your own leg as if you had been the one to receive the wound. You
Ouch.
receive this like shock of just recognize of the body itself recognizing that there is a foreign object invading in a place it is not meant to. You collect like the sensation from Wix like all throughout their body, and then a little bit of the sensation of the tree stabbing its root through
Oh.
something, feeling like it hit its mark, the pride of a hunter that has just latched into its prey. Um,
Ugh.
and then the the disappointment as that prey manages to slip through your fingers. Um, and it is in that feeling that you glean not not a clarity so much as the opposite, a kind of murky sensation resembling thought, but on a multitudinal scale, like you're like you are thinking and feeling the thoughts and emotions of hundreds of people circling through you, all of them all at once, but not so strong as to have any amount of clarity. It's just this jumbled noise that permeates your skull for a few seconds as you finish wrapping that last bandage over the wound, nest it up with a sewing pin, and pull away, panting. It's not. Oh, it wasn't painful, but it was overwhelming. The sensation you just felt.
Oh,
Mm.
jeez. So then she like pins it closed and then like moves away from it, like catching her breath and like trying to mask that.
For full
Oh,
clarity, you do not believe that anything transmitted or like joined with Wix's body or mind. Um,
okay, good.
you just were able to access uh, thoughts and emotions the normal way that you could, which is through a traumatic experience or a core memory.
Mm-hmm. The injury is on the back of my leg, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's
All
it's
right.
around like the
So
calf.
yeah, since you ripped my clothing off, and now I'm in a crop top, and since it's the back of the calf, I'd probably be on my stomach so you could give a proper look at it.
Well, we only ripped off your shirt. Like, what were you wearing for bottoms before that?
Shorts.
Okay, no, that's fine. So then, yeah, she
But
just had you like roll
well,
over.
what matters, what I'm saying is that since I'm in the crop top, you do see as well a very large, like burn scar that takes up majority of the lower back.
Oh. Jasmine is gonna glance at that. She's not gonna make a remark about it. Actually, no, she would after she is like done. Like, no, because she's still catching her breath. So she like pulls back after finishing it up and like turns her head away so that way she can collect herself without them really seeing just like how much that took out of her, and covers
Ooh.
her left eye. Mm.
Feel anything weird, Magic Girl?
It was just, you're fine. Just really, it's just really loud. Really loud in there.
I don't know what that means. As I sit up.
How do I explain this?
And you say loud, do you mean like 100 voices all talking at once?
Oddly specific. And she looks at him and says, yes. How did you?
You could guess.
Oh. Wait, can. And then she's gonna like walk over to him and be like,
I don't think this is the time for
what do you mean?
this. We found out Wix is normal, or kind of. We can't talk about this right now.
Yeah, that's why she's like, wait, did you? No. And she's gonna look at Wix.
I am hugging a pillow, my face like on the pillow, staring at both of you.
She's like leaning over Arrow, like to talk to him, and then she's gonna look at Arrow again. I guess we should talk about this later then.
You guys can like step outside.
It can wait. It's fine.
Also, this is
Nothing
your
urgent.
apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair
I'm-
enough. Well, I think they were telling us to step outside if we needed to, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I misheard
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, they're telling us to get the fuck out, basically.
Mhm.
Especially since you two have been kissing recently. And it's clearly you guys got something to talk about, right? So that doesn't include me, so you could go.
Did Wix say
Mm,
that?
You're smooching over there.
What did Wix say that?
No, but
Okay.
Wix did say, I mean, if you guys want to go outside.
If it's all right.
Yeah. Not like I'm going anywhere.
We at some point soon, we should try to figure out what our next step is.
Yeah.
You know, if there are next steps. This is also a time where we can step away from all this if you just don't want to be involved anymore, I guess.
You not want to be involved anymore?
I didn't want to be involved in the beginning. I don't have much of a choice, though, apparently.
Well, I'm not dragging you into it.
No, but if my theory is correct, the teacher has something to do with it, and he has an interest in me, so I don't have a choice, so I might as well just throw my head into it full force. So, since we're already talking about possible next steps, let's just continue that.
Well, let's hear from Wix
Well, I guess we should
first.
ask. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm tired. And I feel just tired, but I also want to burn that tree to the ground.
Oh, we can't.
You
We
and
can't
me
just
both.
burn it to the ground. Okay. Let's. We
Well,
can't
I'm not
just
going to burn
burn
it
to the
yet, Arrow. I'm not going to burn it yet.
Want to just make sure we're on the same page.
There's a process to these things. Just have to figure out what it is.
Yeah, if just figure out what we're actually dealing with.
You should get some rest though, Wix. Well, and she looks at Arrow. I'll stay around if you want to keep an eye on you. And if you're okay, he can stay too. If
Make yourselves at home. There's not a lot to do here.
Would you rather go to a place that's more comfortable?
There's not really a lot of places that are comfortable for me.
always
Oh.
go to my dorm.
Or mine, I guess.
It's not what I mean, but thank you. Hero, I want to stay at your dorm. Then, I guess, if I'm accepting
Okay.
offers.
Bro hot, I guess.
Hey,
Like, I'm gonna sleep at your house.
Hey, yo! Would Jasmine say anything?
She just
Oh,
like needs
Wix
to
already knows.
okay.
Yeah, you know what? She's gonna say, his bed's pretty comfy.
That's nice.
Well, that is what I'm gonna do for this then. He's just gonna turn bright red and just go. I'm gonna be outside, and then goes to walk outside.
Nice. Okay. Just make sure. Going. Okay. So is that what you guys are going to be doing right now, or do you still want more time to chat?
I'd say that's probably the plan. They probably like after Wix feels capable of just getting up and walking around, they'd probably go. But Wix would, since Eros just ran out like a fucking schoolgirl,
That's a way
Wix
to win
would
that.
Wix would look towards Jasmine and said, "Sorry that I didn't want to stay at your dorm."
She's gonna look at Wix and say, I'm not offended. It's not like you know me very well.
Yeah, and that's the whole reason, at least. Gotten. I don't know. I trust. I trust Eero a bit more since I've talked to them more about this, and I don't mean it as an offensive way towards you.
I don't see it that way. Arrow's pretty trustworthy.
Thank you. Not a lot of people think the same way as you.
Someone bugging you? She walks over and sits beside him. Or beside them, yes.
I've just met a lot of people in my time around here. Speaking of people, I actually have to make a phone call real fast.
Oh, alright, I'll go keep an eye on him then. And she gets
Yeah,
up.
make sure he hasn't fallen in the ditch from running away with his eyes covered.
And she follows after Arrow then.
Yep.
Dare you for one, right?
It's
Then
true.
Wix would probably sit up and like grab their phone and stand up and like start packing, and then they'll call the contact that's just called fucker, which is the landlord.
Oh, fun.
And they'll say, "Hey," yes, it's Coral. I'm not gonna be here tonight. We can plan to do the stuff tomorrow. It's a bit of a side tangent. Do you know a good place I can find gasoline? And then that'll be it.
Oh no.
Hey. Yeah. All right. Cool. Uh.
Be held in court for arson.
Yeah. You. So, real quick, did you want to have that conversation, Jasmine, that you were going to have with Hero, but Wix was in the room? Um. Since you now have an
Yes.
opportunity. Yeah. Go for it.
Yes. So while they're on the phone, she'll step outside and say, "Can I talk to you for a moment?"
He nods. He's just probably genuinely just standing there. So
When I mentioned the souls, like the thousand voices, you heard that too?
um yes, I've heard. He just like stares for a second. I don't know how much you heard, but I heard all of them.
Yeah, it wasn't pleasant.
That stuff never will be.
Are you okay?
I mean, sure. It was a tree with 1,000 people inside of it, so like I'm as okay as one could probably be in that moment.
You heard it when the tree attacked us, didn't you?
I heard it when I was investigating it.
Okay. And she like rubs her chin. Mm. Wait, you heard it when you were investigating it. How?
Uh, what do you mean how? I just did.
I mean, like when? Like, were you at it? Were you just thinking about it, or?
Right before it attacked us. When I was kneeled down in front of it.
Oh, oh, before me and Wix showed up.
Yes. Like right then.
You feel Helen in there?
That's not really how it works.
Oh,
It's not a it's not fine tuned. I kind of just got everyone. Some were really old, some were kind of newer, all undiscernible from each other.
hmm. And then she won't bring up anything else unless he does.
Nope, he's fine to sit in silence.
Cool.
Then they sit in silence.
Yeah. Wix, well, you know, he's he's not happy, put it mildly. Uh, but you know, he gets off your case after a little while, tells you about uh a place down the street that always has extra gas that like, you know, or at the actually no, what he would tell you is to go to um the broken car park basically at the edge of town and siphon some. There's more than enough vehicles out there. He's got an old siphoner that you can borrow pretty much any time. He doesn't give a shit. Like, he's a landlord. God forbid he has to buy his own fucking gas for once. Um,
Thank you.
yeah.
I'll be sure to wear that dress you like tomorrow then.
uh, I don't think I'm actually going to voice this character, at least right now,
No, you
because
shouldn't. Yeah.
yeah. Uh, but you get like the go ahead on everything pretty much, and
Reminder,
yeah,
chat 18 plus only here.
yep,
You're not
18
if you're
plus
Yeah.
not
only.
18 plus.
Yeah, 100%. This character will be making an appearance sooner or later. You better hope that you're not here when he does. So, yeah, you guys head to the dorms. After, actually, it was the morning when you met up. Then you found
Yeah.
Donna, brought Wix
Mhm.
over here, had this conversation. Probably would have taken a lot of the day, but you guys would have had some time in the evening. If you want, we can just say that you used that to catch up on your studies because you are still in school.
Oh yeah, that's what laptops are for.
Yep. uh, but if you have anything that you guys actually want to do in that intervening time, you have it.
I'd probably hold off studying actually at Euro's place if I'm gonna do any of that.
Yep,
Oh yeah.
that's fair. Um, then yeah, you pick up everything you need and hop over to the dorms for a sleepover. Jasmine, are you lingering around with them, or are you gonna head back to your dorm? Are you gonna head to mom? What are you gonna do?
She'll linger around unless Euro like makes it. Unless she feels like she should leave. If like they give her the vibe of like you should leave.
I don't see either of these characters giving you that vibe, unless somebody
Yeah.
interjects. You guys all head to Euro's dorm, which, once again, as a reminder to everybody, is devoid of any roommate. His roommate just, like, uses this place basically as a storage closet, and fucks off to wherever else. Uh,
Oh yeah.
yeah, so, like, 2 full beds. I mean, not, like, full-sized beds, like, they're twin-sized, but still. 2 beds, easily available. Somebody can sleep on the floor if they really want to.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jasmine's like laying on that bed, like on her stomach as she's working. Or no, she would be sitting up, cross-legged, laptop on her lap.
Wix is
She's
asleep on Eero's bed.
Nah,
cute.
nice.
They brought stuff to study and then went to bed.
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
So Jasmine's like got her studies up
mm-hmm.
on the screen, and then like on her phone, she's also doing her research on the side
Okay.
about tree
Okay.
and curses and stuff.
All right. Go ahead and roll to gaze into the abyss on that
Yeah.
whole situation. If anybody else wants to do some research in this time, you can feel free to do the same.
Arrow
Arrow doing?
research.
Arrow wants to see if he can find any records or anything about our history professor.
Yeah, of course. You go ahead and roll dark for that. Meanwhile, I will resolve
shit.
Jasmine's full success. So,
Yeah.
You pull up the website, the like dingy little crackpot websites that your mom has shown you that actually have some truth to them, alongside historical records of Cadmus City and Cadmus University, and what you find is what you discover by collating all of that research together is that the curse, sorry, how do I put this? curses can take 3 different forms at least. There are exceptions to this rule, as there always are in Magic. But generally speaking, a curse is bound, like that's the universal, it is bound to something. It's not something that can just move. You can't transfer a curse. You can lift a curse, you can understand a curse, you can contract a curse potentially, but you can't have the same curse as somebody else. It's not something that just bounces. What? The differences of, like, the difference between each of the 3 types of curses, it lies in what they are bound to and how they got bound to that thing. If it is a curse upon a person, usually it is done with intent, often by another person, whether they are still living or deceased. Occasionally, there are some magical creatures that existed, way back when that would have been capable of that, but most evidence you've been able to find suggests that magic is close to extinction in the world of today. Humans are only able to use it through rudimentary media, like mediums, the stuff that you've already used, incantations, focuses, that kind of thing. Actual creatures born and living off of magic don't exist anymore. However, nobody said anything about flora. And you're not even able to find anything like that. So you think it's based on the fact that you're not finding any evidence against it, you believe it is quite possible that a magical plant could still exist. And in fact, it's entirely likely that they have persisted, especially a tree like that. They're very resilient plants, and magic just makes things even stronger. Especially with the history of Cadmus keeping up the mythology and, the folklore around this plant, it's possible magic is sustained by belief. So it's very possible that just people bringing up the 13 myths of Cadmus would be enough to sustain this plant. That isn't to say that it's not cursed, though. Magic is something being a magical being, and being cursed, those are not exclusive to one another. So there are curses placed on people that are usually placed with intent, because people are very complex creatures. And it takes something as complex as a person to effectively curse a person. These curses in that instance are usually like very fast, very quick bursts of powerful emotion that overtake another person. They're usually like best performed if you're trying to do it like genuinely actively wishing for someone to be cursed by a magician, by a witch, by somebody who knows magic. But
So like me.
Yes, but it's very possible for just an average human being to feel hatred or love or a very powerful emotion so strongly that it manifests as a curse, regardless of how they genuinely feel or think later on. Like, in that moment, they have such strong emotional response to someone that becomes magic, and that magic becomes a curse.
Yay.
Yeah, that's very possible. You're fairly certain that's not what you're dealing with here. What's more likely is that due to the collective unconscious, based on tragedy after tragedy that just happened to arise around this tree, or even arose because of this tree, if it was capable of movement back when all of this started, that layer after layer of blood spilt and tears shed created this view in the collective unconscious that this tree was cursed, that it was dangerous. And when the collective unconscious believes something in terms of magic, that can often make it true, especially when that belief is guided by fear. Like if people have been actively avoiding this tree for so long, like for hundreds of years, then that more than likely caused it to become a danger.
Right.
Those deep-seated curses, those like collective unconscious deep belly fears are very difficult to get rid of. Now, with time, something like that will fade, but it will only fade if people stop talking about it, stop perpetuating the belief. As long as someone is still around to perpetuate that belief, and as long as that belief is still being perpetuated, the curse will remain strong. And that is, again, assuming that this tree is in fact cursed, which, just given the way that it was once treated, in terms of, like, you know, fear and avoid this thing, probably is. Even if it was just a magical plant at some point, it probably is a cursed plant now. And the third kind of curse is a lot more complicated. Like, just a whole extra step up that there's no way in hell that relates to this tree at all. It involves full-on rituals and, like, there's intent, and there is gathering together enough witches to form a coven to actively craft a curated curse for a specific need.
I feel like Jasmine would know if a coven existed in this area at any point.
Yeah, you do know of it. It's your family.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we wouldn't have done that.
Yeah. Besides you, there are no other like forms of witches or a coven or anything like that in the area, as far as you know, at least. It's possible that somebody traveled through, but for a coven, that would be treated like a caravan. They would be very noticeable, very obvious to anybody watching. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So then what does Euro learn?
Right. So, Eero, you were looking up records of the history teacher, right?
Yep.
So, let me pull up his name again because I'm terrible at them.
Monroe.
Yep, Professor Monroe. You look at his profile on the college website. You find that he has been he studied at Cadmus University, got a master's degree in history with a minor in occult studies and a second minor in psychology, general psychology. No like specific preference there, but he has studied a lot, and he studied at Cadmus University, and he was very adamant about studying at Cadmus University. In the blog page that he has on the website, he describes his thesis paper, how his thesis paper was on the 13 myths of Cadmus, attempting to debunk them to a certain capacity, but still providing like this reverence to them. This understanding that even if all of these things have very logical and reasonable explanations, the wonder that lies in the mystique is worth preserving. There is just as much myth in history as there is history in myth, and that is basically the like cornerstone of his whole philosophy, historically speaking. He signed on as a teacher as soon as he graduated, doing everything that he could to land that job. Was a TA for a while there, especially during his studies. But after, such and such amount of time, I think actually it would have been listed exactly. It would have been 3 years. His predecessor retired and he took on the job. He's been teaching ever since. There's not a lot deeper you can dig on public records, or rather on the school's public records. Looking through the public records of Cadmus City itself, you you would find that, yeah, no, that did happen. You would find that Professor Monroe, his first name David, was accused of a few misdemeanors during his first few semesters at Cadmus, particularly destruction of property, vandalism. There's one instance. There was one charge of breaking and entering that was dropped, but it's still available. None of these wound up going to court. He paid a couple of fines, but never went to jail or anything like that. Or rather, never went to prison for it. And most of like any witness reports you are able to pull up, or like any news stories that you manage to dig up through the grime, basically just describe him as an annoyance, like a nuisance, more than an actual threat. Like, he kept talking about the freaking tree in the middle of the park. Like, that's a protected site. That's been a protected site for years. So I'm like, and this is a report from like a neighborhood watchman. So I've been keeping an eye on him every time I see him near that park, and then suddenly I see him start stepping towards, and I'm like, hey, you're not supposed to be there. There's other stories of him trying to. The one about the break-in was the landlord of the building, or not landlord, the owner of the house, explained to police and then to the media that the poor boy was just so fascinated by my pet snake, and I, of course, he's offered to fix the locks to pay for all of the damages, and I'm willing to accept that settlement. I told him, next time, just ask if you can pet the snake.
Jeez.
Things like that. It seems that he's a very impulsive, or was a very impulsive young man, and that resulted in some close calls, but nobody ever got hurt, at the very least.
Maybe I was wrong about him. I don't really believe that, but okay.
All right. So you guys spend a night of light digging as you are, pushing through studies, pushing through the rest of the night. And yeah, this was Sunday, so you do have school tomorrow. Or wait, no, was it this Sunday or Saturday? No, it was Saturday because the party was on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So it would be Sunday. You guys don't have school tomorrow. That's cool. So real quick, let's just establish, how is everybody sleeping tonight?
Oh, cool. You asked before I could.
I am on Eero's bed. Vern's asleep.
Vern, did you actually pass out?
I was in the no. I was in the other room making sketty.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Go see.
I know my character looks like she's asleep whenever I walk away. So
that's funny.
Before they go to bed, Jasmine might mention that she's pretty sure that the tree is actually cursed, and she's gonna. So it's Saturday right now, right?
Yeah, Saturday night.
This is Saturday night, so tomorrow morning is Sunday.
Mhm.
She's gonna call her mom in the morning and give her a ring about it.
All the pretty girls on a Saturday night. All right, cool. So you're gonna okay, but how is everybody sleeping though?
Oh,
Wix
I don't
is
know
Wix is on Eero's bed.
yeah, where is Arrow sleeping?
That's a good question. He was gonna wait to see where you guys kind of found your place and just find one.
She's gonna offer you to come cuddle with her then.
Well, I guess we're sleeping on my roommate's bed.
Nice. All right.
Hope he doesn't decide to come back now.
Maybe we should all sleep on Arrow's bed then.
This is just me. This is just what happened in my college.
Yeah.
My roommate,
Wait, really?
yeah, he just didn't exist.
Yeah.
I
I
love
met him
that.
once.
All right.
Should we? I don't know. Would Wix like make a fuss if they all climb into bed with him or with them?
Nah, I mean, Wiz is asleep, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Wix is
Yeah, you know
knocked
what?
the fuck out.
Jasmine and Arrow are like back to back in the other bed.
Cool. All right.
Good. Because at 3 a.m, Wix gets up,
Oh.
sees that you two are asleep over there. They'll sigh, and they will be going to that place the landlord told them about,
Oh.
the siphon gasoline.
Okay. You got it.
But I
Wix.
take it back to my apartment if I get it.
Okay, sounds good. You. Oh man. Yeah. I think that might. Hang on. Let me. Thoughts. Thinking. Thunkling, as it were.
I'm gonna fuck something up, so I'm gonna look up what I can get for a level up real quick.
Yeah. You grab the gas siphoner from like the front of your landlord's office, and just hop, skip, and a jump away. Find yourself at the old car park, just outside of town. This place is basically just where people. It's basically a dump. There is like other garbage and stuff there, but most of it is broken down vehicles. That is one of the 13 mysteries of Cadmus University. Just how many vehicles shut down in town, like with no explanation, and they're always traveling through for some reason. Like if people are coming here to, drop off a kid for university or something like that, it never been a problem. But whenever somebody's taking a scenic route, goes away from the interstate to pass by like a pretty college town, their car just stalls and they're not able to get it working again. But they usually have gas still in it. So you set about just siphoning some gas. And as you're pulling from the nozzle, you hear the sound of a car starting.
I immediately panic and hide behind the closest thing.
All right. You hide somewhere nearby. Do you try to find out where the sound came from? Or do you
Curiosity
just...
would take over a bit, so Wix would like kind of be down, like very low to stay hidden on cars, like basically crawling on all fours, but kind of move their way closer
Cool.
so they could see like maybe like over a car to where that
Yeah,
noise
yeah.
is coming from.
You peek past some old rusted metal to find a very dusty, very like, run down Lamborghini
Mm-hmm.
that is running. Gas is puffing out of the exhaust pipe. It's not running well, but it is running. And you try to peer into the driver's seat. And you see in the driver's seat, throwing his fist into the air like he just won the lottery, Lewis.
Oh. Puck?
You,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, it's Sunny's boyfriend.
Yep.
Hey.
Do you say anything or do anything?
I'm gonna keep watching for just a minute.
Okay.
Because I'm sitting here looking like, why the fuck is he here?
You see Lewis turn off the engine, and step out of the car, go up to the front, and pull up the hood. There's a toolbox on the ground next to him. He reaches down, picks up a wrench, and starts messing with something in the engine. After a few seconds, he pulls the wrench out, flips it around a little bit in his hand, and gives the engine a good whack. And pulls down the hood, gets back in the car. The engine purrs a lot more easily than it did before what he just went. Before the thing he just did. And as you are watching, and you can faintly hear the shouts of "Yes! Yes! Yes! Oh, finally!" You hear the of the engine dying.
Oh,
No!
fuck.
Fuck!
I feel this, man. Actually, I feel so bad.
Yeah. He steps out cursing and raving. He goes over, kicks a tire, and that pops. He's like, God damn! Just like looks like he's doing some breathing exercises. And finally sighs, goes around to the trunk and pulls out a whole ass replacement tire he just had sitting in there.
Oh my god.
And sets about
Okay.
replacing the rear tire.
Knowing him, since this is an NPC, would I have Lewis's number? Not like that we've done anything, but like if I would just have his number, especially since he sits like right in front of me.
Yeah, probably. He's a friendly enough sort of person when he's not panicking.
Gotcha. Yeah, and this is the guy. Oh yeah, you know what? Wix would actively try to be friends with him because he's really smart and good at school.
That's fair.
So yeah, then I'll send a message to him. There's like a picture of from where I'm standing of like him fucking with the car and saying like, I didn't know you were into mechanics. And then when he looks over, I'm over there, just like leaning over the front of the car that I was hiding behind.
Oh boy. He pulls out his phone. Like, I'm gonna send a picture to the chat real quick to try to accurately represent his expression. Give me just a sec.
The GM is adding to the meme pile. Let's go.
Okay. Come on. Come on. Something that isn't. Something that isn't porn, please.
Please.
This is what I come back to.
There's
Here it
so
is.
Only
much.
porn here.
Okay. There. What I just sent to General VC is his look for a few seconds. Just.
I love this man. Protect this man.
Yeah. And then he looks from his phone over to where you're at. He's like, Wix, what the hell are you doing here this late?
I needed gas, and I was told to come here.
Oh. Okay, that makes more sense. Garbage folks don't like people being in here this late. Or really at all.
Mhm.
And he turns off the phone and actually he'd be like, I can't be here for too long, but like we can chat if you come over. And just works the jack and starts working on the wheel, the tire.
Sure, and I'll walk over because I'm curious. Then he sees, not hidden behind half the car. I look like shit.
Right.
I am bandaged up on the leg, on like the upper
Yeah,
body.
he doesn't turn around to like see any of that for a minute. He's focused on what he's doing.
Mhm.
And he's just like yeah, you know the big secret. It's really not that big of a secret. I just don't talk about it.
Pretty cool, honestly.
I don't know. I feel like any guy in this day and age should probably know at least a little bit about cars so they don't get fleeced. I swear to God, I'm not like one of those car nuts that's, trying to make a dream beast. I get fed up with people trying to tell me stuff. And
I mean, do you enjoy it?
I didn't at first, but I don't know. It's like I think about it like a Rubik's. Oh my God, are you okay?
Oh oh. I'm fine. Just keep talking. I'm listening.
Okay. Sure. So it's like I think of it like a Rubik's Cube. It's really complicated and stupid when you first look at it, but once you know what's going on there, it starts to become a fun challenge. I'm sorry, I'm very distracted right now. Like just he turns back to the tire and like pulls it off, setting it down before working on the replacement. Says, "Oh, but do me a favor and at least keep what I'm working on here a secret. This is gonna be a surprise for Sunny."
Really?
Well, if I can get it working. I mean, it's like I've been. All the stories say these things never start working back up once they break down. But I mean, I feel like I've made some serious strides. When I first showed up here, this thing I'd be lucky if I could get a single putter out the gas tank. But I mean, how long have you been watching there? Did you see that whole like, it was practically mewing for me until it wasn't.
I walked over around when the last time you had it running. It looked like it was running pretty good.
right? And just so annoying. I mean, yeah, I don't know. There's not much else to say, I guess. Just I've got what? Got 2 months and I think a week and 3 days now before I gotta have this ready.
Wix is like listening, but there is like a sudden like kind of like droop in their expression, and like a bit of like a sadness because they're sitting here like, is this what a happy relationship is like? Do people really go this far for someone they love? It's 3 in the morning.
Wix, baby!
Aww.
Oh.
Wix will suddenly put the mask back on and put a bright smile on their face, and they'll like pat their back, and be like, "Well, hey, it's definitely coming along, and I think based on how it was looking, I think you'll get it done sooner than you think."
Here's hoping, but thanks. So what are you? Oh, yeah, gas, right. Okay, well, yeah. Well, definitely. Oh, goodness. My second monitor always does this.
I know it's like you like out of character do that. I like to think that he did that as well. He saw something, he's like, "Oh shit, wait, hold on."
Maybe. Okay.
That shouldn't be like that.
There we go. And then we can move this over here, and it is no longer focused on. Okay, got it. Sorry about that, chat. Technical difficulties. So, he notices something that needs to be taken care of immediately. It's like, whew, glad I caught that one. So, yeah, you should probably get your gas and get some rest. Those look really nasty. Sorry.
No, it's okay. They're very obvious. I didn't think anyone would be here, so I didn't really plan to dress proper, you know?
Yeah, I mean, why would you expect somebody to be here in the dead of night? Though, wait, do you need somebody to walk you home? Like, this is, I mean, we are in the middle of what's basically a trailer park. Like,
It's okay. Thank you, though. Wix would accept, usually, but seeing how just kind of, how really devoted and clearly devoted they are to Sunny, Wix wouldn't accept it. Because whenever someone does that with Wix, it's usually to, stay the night.
right.
So like, no, it's okay. I'm gonna get my gas. I'll let you focus on your stuff. And if it makes you feel any better, I'll text you when I get home, okay?
Okay, yeah, that honestly would help. Thanks. Just be careful, stay safe. Yeah.
There's a lot of dangerous things out there.
Yeah. When you know
it. Now she like does feel worried because man, there's been a lot of bad shit at night.
Oh boy.
But she'll finish getting the gas and then like kind of walk in the direction of them, wave as they have the gas, and leave.
Cool.
Of course, Wick's mildly limping, just like there's a limp here and there, but it's mild.
Right. He waves back at you, and you start the journey home. You do make it back safe and sound. Nothing, dreadful happens. But
Yes.
yeah, actually. But as you step up to your apartment, you find a piece of paper slid into the door crack.
Better not be a list of the shit he wants to do again as Wix pulls out the paper.
The handwriting of this particular note is definitely not his. It's very neat. It's organized. To your eyes, it probably would be barely legible, just because you're not used to proper cursive. But you are able to make it out. Dear Mix Wix, it has come to my attention that you have endured some harrowing hardships over the last few days. I'm writing in, I apologize for writing this in such a, in such a non-ordinary manner. However, I felt this would be more appropriate and less traceable than an email. These are not necessarily issues that you could converse with a counselor about. However, if you do require assistance at any given time, know that you can reach out to me and any other staff member with any concerns that you may have. Whether we are able to assist or not, we are always able and willing to listen. Sincerely, Professor David Monroe.
Knew it. He knew it.
Mhm.
And since I was asleep, I didn't hear about the research of Monroe being like kind of just a goofball.
Right.
And so I'm still sitting on the fact that like he probably is like doing some dastardly shit almost.
Mm.
So Wix is like, okay. Wix will put the gas, like the fucking jerry can that they have,
Mm.
and put it in their closet for when time comes.
Mm.
And I am going to call Eero.
Okay. It
Oh, Eero
is.
doesn't pick it up. I'll call Jasmine.
Was it like
Nope.
5 in the morning?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll say about 5 a.m.
Even Jasmine's not awake yet.
A phone call will wake Arrow up though.
Okay. Yeah, you jump awake at the sound of your phone ringing, Hero.
For Jasmine, it's like a heavy metal song.
Hey, yo!
So there's a good chance it wakes the fucking both of us up.
Oh, yeah, then it's definitely waking her up, and she's just like...
He slaps his hand on his phone and goes, "I don't have friends," and then goes, "Oh,
What
it's
is
Wix."
this?
She, like, she, like, sits up a little bit and looks at him like, what the fuck am I, then? Jump liver?
He then answers, "Where?"
I like how you answer without looking at the spot where Wix was
No,
asleep.
so what I was about to say, he goes, "Why are you calling me?" And then looks at me and goes, "Wait, you're not here."
What are you doing? Hi. Yeah,
Why are
I
you
went
here?
to I went back to my place I forgot some stuff here. But when I came back, there was a funny little note from a person named David Monroe. You know,
Oh, the history teacher.
the guy we
Oh,
were kind of suspicious of.
yeah, my research just kind of told me he was just a really weird dude.
Okay. Well, here, this will make him even weirder, and I'll read it off.
Are you not coming back?
I'm at my place. That's why I called.
Okay.
I mean, I might come back, but like,
Well, I'm
I don't
awake
know.
now.
Yes, hi, good morning.
Morning. He like grabs his computer, and just sets up for Wix to tell him. He's gonna kind of make a copy of it.
Yeah, I read it off. Like, Let I read it like slower so you can actually just type in all of it too.
Mm.
Jasmine's just
Also,
quietly listening behind
he
him.
like basically completely forgot that Jasmine existed.
She's just very quietly sitting behind him, watching.
Because we woke up 5 seconds ago.
Mm. Okay, yeah.
Oh.
Sorry.
This isn't that bad. It's kind of creepy that he put it on your door.
Yeah, I'm used to weird people knowing where I live. But
I
I don't
worry.
know. Do you think I should? Thanks, that's sweet. But I'm alive. But what do you think? Should I like accept this? Like his
Not at
offer?
the moment. We should sit on this, and then maybe we can use it to try to get information out of him.
That's true.
It's not a bad
I
idea.
mean,
But it would, it could possibly put you in harm's way if he is,
that's true. I mean, I could always call you and just keep the call on as the phone's in my pocket. And you hear the conversation.
I feel great that you think that keeping a phone call with me would keep you safe. But probably not. Maybe
I
by a
don't know.
taser.
I've seen you do some crazy shit when you need to protect someone.
Yeah, but that's not me. I don't know what happened that day.
That was literally
happened
you.
what day?
I watched you do that.
He just turned to Jasmine. Oh, I tackled Simon to the ground and pinned him and almost broke his arm.
Also,
That's
hi.
Samson.
I need to roll.
Samson.
I need to figure out if she's turned on by that or not. Give me a minute. Go ahead.
All right. I guess we'll reconvene later and we'll figure this all out when we have a thought process and significantly more caffeine.
All right. Sorry to wake you.
You're okay. Are you okay? Is the part where you just say yes and just to get me off the phone?
Yes, I'm fine.
Is that a yeah that you're fine or a yeah that you're getting me off the phone?
Yes, get off the fucking phone and go back to bed.
Well, I'm awake. I'm not going back to bed.
Well,
Call me if you need anything, I guess.
okay. And then Wix will hang up just immediately. There's like an okay, and then that's it.
Nice.
And now Wix fills up.
The Wix feels
Because
what?
Wix feels upset.
Hmm.
Because not because of anything that's been happening. It is literally only Wix's mind telling Wix mean things.
I'll fight your mind, brother. Let me get in there.
I can actually fight your mind. Come here, baby.
You don't want to fight them.
You don't want to go in there.
I don't know, man. I've seen them.
You know what? Go ahead.
Burn.
I saw a
gonna
tree
try.
attack a twink. Okay, listen.
Baby steps.
Hmm?
Baby steps.
Oh no, I was literally just kidding.
No, I know.
We know.
I was
but
saying.
we're also...
I was saying. Baby steps. Wix, like tree attack a twink is down here. Wix is mine.
Oh, that's what you meant. No, I assumed so.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, real quick. Did what Eero said warrant a turn on roll?
Oh, I rolled odds or evens. odds yes, evens no. I got a 1, so yeah, that made her a little horny. And she's like,
All right.
oh, he could protect me. That's nice. I
All
like
right.
that.
Hero, roll a turn on.
I like that.
Don't worry, I got him.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Let's go.
Go ahead and mark XP.
Oh boy.
Then yeah, that is the extent of your feeling. Is like, oh,
Oh yeah, that's
okay.
I like to imagine you would have been turned on, but then Eros looked back and told you that and said, "Oh yeah, I forgot you were there," and then that immediately turned you off, and you're like, "Oh okay."
She's just like, yep. I'm gonna go back to sleep now, and then roll over.
Hmm.
Well, we're gonna
All right, cool.
probably go get.
Hmm?
Yeah, he's gonna just go get a coffee because I need to be awake now.
Okay. Yeah. You get up and go get a coffee. Are we talking just like make coffee from a carafe in your dorm?
Oh, no, I'm
or
a pussy fuck. I gotta go. No, I gotta go to the place so that they make me a coffee.
Awesome, cool. Let's
He fully
see.
gets dressed, then fully like goes on like a small trek to go get a coffee.
Perfect.
The only correct way to do it.
So yeah, you get up, get fully dressed, go to this is a very important question. Nil.
Oh,
Is Eero a Starbucks man?
no.
Good.
Like if there's like a local thing that's just on campus, or like a more, I'm gonna call it low key coffee place, that's where he'll go, even if it's significantly further.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, like a genuine cafe. Thank God.
Uh-huh. Cool. Yeah. Fuck it. You head to the same cafe that you guys went to before. And
That we
when
never
you
paid
walk
for.
in there, huh?
That we never paid for.
I paid for my
You
stuff.
you paid.
No, we paid. We paid at the counter.
Oh, you're right. My bad.
Yeah.
You go in, you get your preferred coffee. And no, I'm actually curious what is Eero's daily coffee? No?
This is like the zodiac sign of roleplay characters.
real.
Yeah. So, you can learn nothing about- I worked in a coffee shop for a very long time.
Mhm.
There's a thing called like a red eye, which is a
Yes!
black. It's it's a black
Salty
coffee
would fucking
with
know.
like a super shot of espresso,
Yeah.
and like
God.
a super shot of espresso is one shot of espresso that's basically 2 shots.
Mhm.
It's just caffeine. It
Mhm.
tastes like shit, but like you're awake now, so it's one of those to down, one of those to be a person. And then he just kind of orders like a coffee, 2 cream, 3 sugar, like a regular coffee that you could go to like Dunkin' Donuts or a Starbucks and get a really easily made. And that one's for sipping.
Okay, yeah. You walk in or stumble in bleary-eyed and like just groggy. Order a red eye. Get your red eye. Pay for it. Chug it down. And then order just like a straight drip coffee. And as you're chugging down this red eye, you can like see the blur in your vision shake out. It's like fucking. It's like a million light bulbs just got turned on inside your head. Set that down, and you can finally observe the coffee shop you just walked into. You see a bunch of like delivery men just sitting in different like booths and stuff, chatting up, getting ready for their day, or maybe even on their break. You're not sure. Most of the people in here right now are just like are adults, but you do notice she's not very good at hiding herself. Across like the coffee bar, you see Sunny sitting there nursing a what looks to be a very sugary mocha. And no, white chocolate mocha. And
Oh God.
she has very clearly noticed you and is averting her gaze. Like she doesn't like she's got something to talk about, but not with you.
Well, that's a gaze he is used to.
Mm.
But then he he registers this, but he isn't slick, so it's not like out of the corner of his eye. He like fully turns, and it's very clear he notices her, and then he makes it just slowly turns his whole body to just no longer looking in her direction. And then after like 5 or so minutes, he then goes to leave.
Cool.
And I'm gonna send Jasmine after her later, probably.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. That's what you do. You turn, you stand up, and you start walking out. Before you bump into someone. You've done this a million times, so like you don't like fully spill anything from your cup. But there is like a small dribble that just goes up and lands on what seems to be like a very nice collared shirt. And you immediately stammer out the word sorry before you look up. The goddamn professor again.
Why the fuck are you always around?
What the fuck is with this guy? Just spit all over myself.
He like raises a hand and just says, "Oh, of course, don't worry. It's a pleasure to see you again, Iro. Forgive me, but we need to have a conversation at your earliest convenience."
Well, I'll think about it all day, so let's just have it now.
Wonderful. Please follow me. As he turns and leaves the cafe.
He looks at the coffee in his hands, sighs, downs that too, throws it away, and he makes sure he texts Wix and Jasmine as he's leaving the coffee shop that he is apparently talking to the professor.
We have like a group chat.
Mm-hmm.
No, we don't, because no one set it up, and I don't have enough time to set that up.
No, Jasmine would have set up a group chat.
Dope. Okay.
I guess we had the whole night, so that's fair.
Yep.
That seems like something she would do.
Yeah. You step out and you follow the professor. He guides you over to a black Mini Cooper. And just like leans up against it as he lowers his voice and speaks to you in like this kind of hushed, quick tones. I would like to start with an apology. I in my research, I have noticed several things, particularly revolving around you, the young Miss Wicks, and the young Miss. What the fuck is Jasmine's last name?
Beck.
What? Beck?
B-E. Beck. B-E-C-K. Beck.
Cool. And the young Miss Beck. Particularly involved with a certain mystery you were researching just the other day. And I couldn't resist. I happened to witness a most miraculous event that occurred just past that crossing over there. And he points down the crossing, more like the alleyway, that you had ducked down before Wix got fucking sliced by a root.
He just like looks down the hall and goes, "Oh, you don't say."
Yeah. Now, I will not specify the event of which I'm speaking in case any potentials are listening to us at this moment. But I believe I might have a solution to your problem and to Miss Gilliard's problem. Of course, this is clearly something that's causing her a lot of distress, and I think that the most efficacious way to solve this issue is if all parties agree on our solution and come to a consensus. Would you agree? You don't need to answer immediately. I have much to discuss and much to do throughout this day. This is going to be a momentous occasion. However, I would like you to pass along my invitation to the young Miss Beck and young Mix Wicks. I will be holding a... He absolutely would. I will be holding a press conference this afternoon at 3:30 p.m. If you have any amount of time in your day, I would kindly recommend and ask that you stop by just to witness the thesis that I'm arriving at as a result of these things. I will not implicate you or any friends, or anyone, any student of the school in this endeavor. However, this must be discussed. I thank you very much for your time. And please, tread lightly. Could be any number of strange things about. Unless you say something immediately to try to stop him, he is going to giddily prance around to the driver's seat of his car.
No, he doesn't. He's just stunned, standing there.
Cool. You see Professor Monroe dancing like a little schoolgirl as he gets to the driver's seat of his car, pops open the seat, steps in, and it is at this moment that you notice someone sitting next to him. The car's windows are tinted. Do not know who that is. He steps into the car and he starts pulling out. Do you do anything?
I want to know who that is. We're gonna do a dumb thing. He knocks on the window. I have a really bad lie
Oh man.
on when he goes, yes. Hopefully he just rolls down the window because he's about to leave.
He opens his door and steps a little bit outside and pokes his head over the roof. Yes?
Why didn't you just roll down the window? Okay. You said 3 p.m.?
3:30.
Okay, this is why I ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, his eyes keep flicking to like the silhouette in the seat.
I want you to roll to keep your cool.
All right, I am ass at this.
What aren't you ass at?
Apparently, yelling. But I got a partial success. So
That's true. That's true. Okay, cool. Okay. So rather than being so obvious that he knows you know someone is in the car with him, he interprets your like looking back and forth as something else. But you see a light of recognition in his eyes that a little darker than you would hope. He says, "Ah, yes, of course. Well, I will see you at the press conference then. Have a wonderful morning." He steps back into his car, closes the door, and drives off.
Oh god. He just stands there for like a solid moment, and then probably breaks into a sprint and is just running back to his room.
Yep. Okay, cool. And as you are running back to your room, what you don't see is the face of Sunny looking out through the cafe window, staring at the spot that you were just standing. A very confused expression. You run back to your dorm. Up the stairs, through, all the way to the end. You pop open the door. What do you do?
Throws open the door, and just goes, "Jasmine, get up now!
What? Huh? What?
A lot just happened. I talked to the professor. Get dressed."
I. She like sits up and she's like, I'm mostly okay. I'm up. I'm up. And she
He's
like
just like rapidly
tidies up her
packing a bag.
hair. What do you? Why is he? What's packing a bag?
I get my computer, extra set of clothes, um,
Not a bad idea, actually.
a blunt object of some kind.
All right, well,
She's watching this and she's like, "What did he say to you?" She goes like
Ah,
defensive, like I'm gonna protect my friend mode.
well, I mean, nothing technically, right?
Arrow.
Well, a lot happened today. Um,
It's like
It's 7
6:30 in
a.m.
the morning.
Yeah.
yeah, but like, so I got to the coffee shop to get my red eye. Sunny was there, looking really weird.
What do you mean Sunny was looking weird?
And I hold on, I have a lot more. There's a lot. Do you want me to stop, or do you want me to keep
No, no, no,
going?
no. Keep going. Keep going. Sorry.
Um, Sunny was there acting weird. I went to leave. I bumped into the professor. Professor said he is having a press conference that we need to attend, and I do mean we and Wix, because they know about it. And apparently, they might have saw um when we
So
were in the alleyway with the tree arm.
she goes rigid. She's like, "What the fuck do you mean they saw us? Who
I
saw
told you
us?"
the teacher, Mr. Monroe, and I think he saw us. I'm not.
The weird history teacher that's been asking you and Wick's weird questions, it says he saw us with Juilliard, who hit Wix with the branch.
Not with those
I-
many words.
oh
yes, keep
no.
up. Jeez.
Oh no. Oh no 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 no
Um,
no. And she's like pacing, she's like freaking out. She's like, "Oh no 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 no."
And he also
well,
said he was going
we
to
have
have a
some proof.
press conference.
Yeah, he's going.
Oh
Yeah, right.
no.
We have a press
Oh
conference in a
no.
couple hours. It's at 3:30. I made sure. Also, there was someone in his car, and I don't think he registered that I knew someone was in there. But it didn't seem like he wanted me to know that someone else was in there, so he's working with
That's
someone.
fucking weird.
He's a
That's
weird
really
man.
weird.
He's a really
No.
weird
uh,
man. I don't.
this is so bad. This is like her being like actually scared for the first time that you've seen her. She's like freaking out. She's like, this is so bad. This is so bad. I already have a horrible feeling about what that press conference is. I need to call my mom now.
What's your mom gonna do?
Which things, okay?
Okay. I didn't get that feeling. That thing that happens when things happen with me didn't happen. So we're
Doesn't
fine.
matter. That does not matter in this moment right now. What I here. And she like tries to calm herself down. She's like, I'm going to tell you something I've never told anybody else in my entire life.
Okay.
I'm not the only witch. My family, for generations, has been trying to keep magic to not be known to the public.
Okay.
And if what I think is happening at the press conference happens, and that he's going to invite the three of us and somehow have some sort of proof to show that the supernatural world is real, my mother's gonna hang me.
Oh no, I feel like that choice of words is in poor taste, but I'm not a witch, so I don't know.
That's in poor taste just
You're right.
specifically for witches, actually.
Oh yeah, no. Sorry, wrong metaphor. My mom will just end me. That's what she says.
But he did state that he wasn't going to implicate us. And he kind of just wants us there to see what's happening. It makes it better, but it's still really, really weird.
You didn't like outright tell him.
I didn't say anything. I kind of stood there.
Okay, that's good. That's really good. I'm so proud of you for that. Oh, maybe I'm overreacting.
I mean, you're not the only one who has secrets to keep, so.
Okay. Let's get Wix. Let's figure out what to do next.
Like call Wix.
Cool. Wix, are you awake?
Oh yeah, immediate. I didn't go back to sleep.
Okay, cool.
She's texting Sunny on the side, asking her if she's okay, by the way.
We'll address that.
Okay. Hey. He retells you everything he just said. About like, bumping into the professor. There's a press conference.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Not a few hours ago, you tell me not to talk to him because it's dangerous. And then you actively talk to him by yourself.
You make it seem like I went after him. I literally physically bumped into him when I got a goddamn coffee.
You could have said, "Hey, let's do this later. I'm busy right now."
I don't really want. I was in a public place with open windows. It was the safest I could have been.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna go to this?
I mean, I'm going to it. I need to make sure he's not gonna hurt somebody.
Fucking okay. Okay, fine. I'll come with.
Did he say where he was giving the press conference at?
I don't think I said that, but he would have given you a location. It's a general town hall. It's just like a public space. Okay. Anybody can volunteer themselves for like an event or something. How he managed to find a spot on a Sunday so soon is mind-boggling to you, but he did.
Yeah. All right, I'll come with. Just we'll meet up at somewhere. Do you want me to head to your place? Do you want to go to the cafe? Do you want to meet there and then walk our way over there? Do you want to come to my place? What's going on here?
We can. We'll meet up. We don't have to go to each other's houses. That'll waste time. We can just meet up on the road.
Okay, fine. Later. And ends call immediately.
Cool. You guys have like a good 8 hours plus
Mhm.
No, I
before
don't.
this thing
I have a
starts.
task today. I can't do anything else. I have something I have to do today. See,
What do you have to do today?
That's
We have a meeting, Jasmine.
Wait, at the press conference, right?
yeah.
A press
When
conference.
he
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought he was saying that there was something else.
no.
So,
It's just in Eero's brain, if there is a single thing to do in the day is taken up.
oh, fair enough. Jasmine's gonna say, well, what happens with her texting Sunny? Does anything happen
Right,
with that?
of course. You text Sunny, ask if she's okay, and she sends you back a good morning, and then wait, how'd you know? With like a selfie that's kind of like a small but sort of strained smile. Um,
She says, my Sunny intuition, my Sunny senses were tingling. That's what she tells her.
Hell yeah.
She's like, my Sunny senses were tingling. What's going on?
Yeah. Oh man, that's funny. She
That's what I say to all my friends.
gives like a long awe with like a heart face and says Lewis has been kind of worrying me. His roommate said that sorry. His roommate said he didn't show up to the dorm last night. I texted him so I know he's okay, but he won't tell me where he went or what he was doing.
He messages back, do you want me to ask around for you? This is kind of like what they usually do. So.
I think, yeah. He would say, if you don't mind, I mean, I don't want to think anything bad of him, but I don't know what someone else could have told him or anything, if anything else happened.
She messages back like a thumbs up and says, I'll see what I can do.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, like I said, you guys have 8 hours. Eero, are you actually gonna go to town hall and sit there for 8 hours?
No, he's gonna follow people like a puppy.
Cool.
I have other people he can default to. If he was alone, probably.
How far is the city hall that we're meeting at from her mom's magic shop?
You have 8 hours. Wherever you need to go, you can go there.
She's gonna say, I'm gonna swing by my mom's place. You wanna come with? We can grab Wix on the way there.
Hero? Nil?
Nil?
Nil's dead.
Oh no.
No!
Damn.
Okay.
Pissing in.
Rip.
I'm gonna
Pepperonis.
bring us to a break for
Yeah.
like 5 to 10 minutes. Hopefully, Nil comes back by then.
Okay.
Till then, everybody, enjoy the silence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry
Yeah.
about the wait, everybody. We are back. So 8 hours before shit goes down.
Yeah.
Were you wanting to like get started on the whole ask around thing right away, Jasmine? Or Sunny? Or oh no, you were planning to go. You were
Right.
planning to go
No.
to your mom's, right?
While doing that, she's texting people. She asks Zero if while they're waiting, because her mom's shop is nearby, if he wants to just go with her there real quick, and Wix can meet us there. Meanwhile, she's like texting around a couple of people like, have you seen Lewis?
Mm-hmm.
He's just gonna follow her, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, that answers that question. Uh she's gonna ask Wix if they want to meet them there. Also, have you seen Lewis?
Um,
Getting his name right,
no,
right? Yes.
yeah, it is Lewis.
Yep.
No, I'm good. I don't want to visit your mom.
Hmm.
Oh, which show?
Yes, I saw him last night.
She cocks an eyebrow. He texts back. What was he doing?
About to text, I saw them working on a car, but I was like, no. Lewis wanted me to be a good person and keep it a secret. So say, I just saw him at the grocery store. I was getting an energy
Oh.
drink.
Did Sunny say that she hasn't seen him since last night, or
She said
he was
that
just
she
out
said
last
that
night?
his dorm mate, he didn't come to the dorm at the end of the night. Like Lewis didn't stop by the dorm at all, and I mean that's where he sleeps. So that was why Sunny
That's
was worried.
weird.
Um,
Oh,
and she
okay.
did text Lewis when she found that out, and Lewis was like, "Yes, I'm okay." Uh, and she asked, "Where are you?" Um, and he said, "That's a secret," with like an emoji to it.
Okay. She'll message Wix back as they're like riding on the bus and say,
Also, sorry,
or
just
no,
to
wait.
be another piece of clarity, something she texted you was with like a worried emoji was like, "He never keeps secrets from me."
Oh. You know what? I think Jasmine would actually reference that then when
Hmm.
she goes to text her what Wix told her. It says, um, Wix said they saw him at the grocery store last night, but Lewis isn't the type to do anything like bad. He's always been a good boy, you know?
Um, she texts back, "I'm glad someone saw him at least." Dot dot dot. Um, and then, uh, I know he wouldn't intentionally do something bad, but he's but he can be a little gullible sometimes. um, freaking you read that and you're thinking about all of the times that Sunny has fallen for weird like pranks and stuff. Man, I can't imagine why.
Oh wow, I can't imagine why.
Two peas in a pod.
Oh, they're perfect together, I know. She messages back, I'll keep my ear to the ground about it.
Hmm.
Just try to relax. And then
Um,
she's gonna throw in like, I don't know, maybe he's got something cooking for you. And then like a heart emoji. Cause
um,
Wix went to the grocery store. Get it?
die. Anyway.
Sunny, like, there are very few people in the world. Very few people in the world, not even in your family, would someone have gotten that part of the joke.
Oh, I know.
Sunny does.
It's
Oh,
because
man,
Sunny
of
and
course
her
it's
are on like a wavelength, my guy. Like
Yeah.
Jasmine doesn't realize just how much she loves her.
For real.
And Sunny replies with like 500.
Yeah. And
Sounds about right, honestly.
you have that text convo. You show up at your mom's house. When you step through the door with Eero in tow. Actually, Wix, are you doing anything in the intervening hours? Real quick. I want to check.
Yeah, I have a question.
Mhm.
Is there any like shops or diners or anything near that area? Like,
Yeah, I mean there's
Yeah,
a
she's in like a downtown area.
yeah, it's so there's plenty of like, there's diners, there's not so much a mall, but like a shopping center nearby. There's plenty of
next
stuff
to
out that
the
direction.
place we're gonna be meeting.
Yes, there's plenty of stuff out around that direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I would probably be at like I'll go into the diner there and order food, and I just want to watch for a good while to see how if there's anything suspicious going on over there.
Cool, you got it. Then we'll address that after this. So do you are you like moving as you open like the door? Are you moving with any sense of urgency, like trying to grab your mom's attention immediately, or are you willing to wait, Jasmine?
She's like calm, so she can wait. But like as I want to mention, like she's like mostly calm until they're like right outside of the door, and then she's like nervously sweating as they enter. It's like,
Gotcha. Okay.
I am in so much trouble right now.
So yeah, you enter. It's still pretty early in the morning, so I don't think she would have any customers just yet. Except, well, nobody that's like trying to get a reading or anything. But you do find a couple of like slightly like middle-aged women looking down, looking at like the different knickknacks and stuff strewn about, the dream catchers, the lucky charms, and everything like that. And as you pass them by to go back to your mom's office, for lack of a better word, you hear a scoff from one of them of like, "This is such cheaply made garbage." You head to the back, where your mother will be like making sure all of her like tricks of the trade are ready to go. That the the crystal ball she uses is has the smoke machine going properly, and all of that nonsense. When you step back with Eero in tow, she looks up and is like, "Jasmine, what are you doing? Who is this boy?"
He takes a step forward, gives like a light smile. I'm Eero, ma'am. I go to school with your daughter.
Oh, do you? She looks at Eero, then looks at you, Jasmine, and like a wry smirk comes onto her cheek.
Wait, hold on. Wait a second. That's not important right now, Mom.
Of course it isn't.
She like puts her hand on Euro's back gently and says, "This is the guy I talked about."
Well,
Oh.
we've taught you. You taught
From
You've talked about.
Yeah.
her face goes stone for a second, and she's like, "Give me a moment." She turns around, grabs this grabs this little like necklace behind her that has in it a an encased perfectly preserved golden cicada, and holds that up, steps over to Hiro with it in her hand, and just like holds it out in front of his face, waving her hands for a little bit and like muttering an incantation. Hiro, what is your reaction to this?
So she takes out a fucking bug and starts waving it around in my face.
It's encased in glass, but yes.
He take one. She stepped up close to him, so he goes to take a step back.
Mhm.
And then his eyes just kind of go wide as she's doing that, and he kind of just like keeps like moving out of her way, and says, "Ma'am, what are you? Please stop."
She follows you and is just like Ixnami and so
No, okay,
or
with
whatever
that,
the
he
hell.
starts walking,
Mom,
he
and
starts
Mom,
actually
Mom.
moving around the place.
yeah,
like, walking over.
she's walking after
Jasmine's
you.
Jasmine just like grabs his arm and says, "Now hold on a second, don't run off. Mom, stop. This is not important right now, please."
I
This
will.
is very important, sweetie.
Not as important as what I'm trying to tell you.
And she just she lets the charm down and says, "All right, I've determined that you are not a danger involuntarily to my daughter, so we're perfectly fine to continue staying in this house, sweetie, or like house, dear. All right, what do you need to tell me?"
We should go to the back of the shop before we talk.
All right, and she turns and leads you guys through the back door to this kind of like a closet within a closet situation. Of like there's the big walk-in closet, and then there's this little compartment set into that leads to a small but cozy little room that is very much soundproofed.
Oh yeah.
As like she closes the door behind you and turns on like the single bulb hanging from a chain at the ceiling of the room. All right.
€4 in here.
Yep. Now, what is so urgent?
So, remember the tree I was looking into?
The one that I told you to
I
stay
didn't go
away
near it.
from?
I didn't go near it. Want to be clear, I did not go near it.
Okay.
I also told her not to go near it.
Thank you.
She like stares at him for a second, like,
There is no eye contact. I'm staring at the ground, debating if I want to sprint out of here. Your mother terrifies me. She chased me around with the
she
bug.
terrifies Jasmine too. And she like we went out for coffee with our friend, and there was a girl who was there at the park the night that Helen vanished.
Donna Gilliard
And
was there.
yes, and she was yelling and talking about the tree, and I was like, I felt obligated to try to comfort her. So the three of us followed her out, and she ran into the alleyway, and we followed after her, and then her arm turned into a branch, and it hit our it swung at us and hit our friend, And someone saw it.
Do you know who?
Allegedly, someone saw it. He was being cryptic.
Who was it?
Our history teacher, Mr. Monroe, at the
Monroe.
university.
David Monroe? That
Yeah.
quack is a fucking history teacher?
Yes. And he invited us three specifically to go to
Oh.
his
A press
what
conference.
press conference. That's what he's calling it.
A press
At
con.
the City Hall today looks at phone 7 hours. Euro. And she like gently like pushes him forward, like, tell her everything he told you.
He gives you the most "are you fucking kidding me" look.
She is she is like stone faced serious. She's like, mm-hmm.
Okay. It wasn't much. Like I said, he was being really cryptic. He
Verify
then
you
like
didn't tell her him anything?
no, I stood there. It was 5 o'clock in the morning.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning and he didn't say anything.
Why do you keep? Why do you? I feel like I'm missing a reason to be. So, ma'am, he goes over everything he learned.
Right.
Like he pulls his book out and reads it. And he goes,
Yeah,
"He's
she
also
nods
working
along.
with someone, but I don't know who. There was someone in the car with him.
Mm-hmm.
And when I knocked on the window, which is completely against who I am as a person. By the way, I am not one to take these kind of risks. He, instead of just rolling down that window, he stepped out of his car to talk to me.
God. That's not the behavior of someone driving with someone they're working with. That's the behavior of someone driving alongside someone they've kidnapped.
Jasmine's eyes goes wide. Oh no.
So you think he kidnapped someone?
Speaking as a survivor of a kidnapping myself, yes, very much so.
What? Oh, that's something Jasmine didn't know.
Yeah. It's a long story that I don't like repeating. It happened, I'm okay, I was always going to be okay. It's just trauma that I've long since dealt with. Regardless. I'm not mad at you, sweet. I'm not mad at either of you. In fact, you handled those respective situations reasonably well. Going after a person who may be in dire straits is a lot more reasonable and respectable than going to a tree you have no business being around.
I didn't go back to the tree.
I know you didn't.
Sorry.
But going there in the first place was still a bad idea. And is like very different situations on both of your ends. You handled them quite effectively, as adults should. And you were right to come here and speak with me. I need to close down the shop. Is like, I need to close down the shop. I need to be there at this town hall. And I need to stop whatever that blithering idiot thinks he's about to expose.
That's why I came here.
Just fucking
Um,
tearing down like little. She grabs like little charms and stuff off the walls and puts them into her pockets as if she's getting ready for battle.
Jesus.
Oh shit, he has Donna, doesn't he?
That would be my guess. So
Oh no.
if you're recounting things correctly, I don't know how he would have managed to collect a woman who has a goddamn tree growing out of her hand.
She doesn't
Uh,
control it, I'm pretty sure.
That wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if she just became bound to the willow. Lord knows how long it'll take for her to recognize that. Oh,
would it be possible for Jasmine to like step back, turn around, and like gaze into the abyss on our friend there?
which friend,
On
Donna?
Donna?
Sure. Why don't you go ahead and try it out? See what happens.
Can try. She like just like notices the situation, realizes what they said, and like turns around and like covers her left eye to like, oh fuck me.
Mark XP.
Well, marks the experience.
You turn around and you attempt to gaze. You see. You see a girl who has lost the closest thing to a sister she's ever had, holding her hand with the thorns stretching out of the index finger. And when she looks at it, you know her mind is flashing back to the moment that she lost that friend. And that she is seeing her hand as the one that pulled Helen Danes into the ground and held her there. You see the exact moments of Helen Danes' death as she was grabbed by the willow from underneath, dragged down into the earth, plunged into the depths of the soil beneath the immense wooded ancient elder being. You hear her screams muffled by the dirt, impossible for human ears to pick up, with how quickly and how thoroughly she was buried alive.
God.
You see the roots slowly but viciously push through her rib cage, tear up through her stomach, and rip her in half, and then go for her arms and her legs. And throughout all of this process, she is somehow still alive until the moment when one last root graciously taps her brainstem. You watch as her body is sapped clean by the roots, drained, her blood drunken, her bones turned to dust, and her very soul sucked into the willow tree. And you know that as she is staring at this growing appendage poking out from her skin, that Donna is seeing the same thing.
Oh no.
And believes it is her fault. you see her look up and stare at the space from whence you watch. I told you to leave me alone. You wake up.
Oh no! Oh no! Is there any like do I show any visible reaction to the
You
people
fucking
in the room
jump.
with
Yeah,
me?
no, you fucking jump. You almost like clack your head against the low ceiling of this space. You only stop yourself by like the just reaction of remembering all the times in your life that you've done that. Like your body itself, muscle memory keeps you from like almost cracking your skull from how quickly you move up.
Jesus fucking Christ! Oh no! Oh
Jasmine,
man!
are you okay?
Huh? Uh, uh, yeah. Mm.
Did what happened? Were you trying to? Did you see her? Is she all right?
Um, she like rubs her left eye and turns to them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's alive and tormented mentally. I wouldn't say she's fine.
Alive is good enough for now. Um, as your mother steps past you and um, I think yeah, just steps past you and says, "We'll need to move quickly." Opens the door uh, and walks briskly over to the women in the main part of the shop and says, "So sorry, ladies, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to close up shop today. There's been an urgent family matter that has risen to my attention. If you would so kind, like, is there any last purchases you wanted to make before any purchase?" You tell us that we need to leave your store, which frankly is just a ramshackle little shithole, and then ask us if we have. Listen, lady, are you going to buy something or are you going to leave?
Uh,
Why the Get the fuck out of my store. And
oh!
these ladies like blistering, huffy and puffy, like, you'll hear from our lawyers. Free speech, lady. Fuck off. And
It's private property, bitch. Get out.
yeah. They slam the doors shut. Okay.
Bug 'em.
Okay. I'm going to grab my keys, go around and pick up the car. Is there anything you two need before we go? Make sure to pick it up now.
Is there anything like I don't know, like the equivalent of holy water, basically, but for witches? Like a talisman or something she could
There's
grab
plenty
to
of
like wrap
myrrh.
around her. What's that?
It's. Oh wait, are myrrh and holy water the same thing? I don't think they are. Let me double check. Fact check myself real quick.
I'm gonna say she grabs something that like at least wards off evil.
Yeah. Okay.
And then she's gonna put it on Arrow's neck.
When she goes to, he puts his hands up and goes, "I don't think that's wise.
Why?
Trust me."
She as you're like, yeah, actually, there would be like myrrh necklace and other such things, kind of like to ward off general evil.
Yeah.
As she sees the exchange, your mother says, "Oh, sweetie, don't put that on him. He'll break out in hives."
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah. She gives a nod to Iro and says, "Besides, he's the best warning alarm we could have."
Oh.
What did you tell your
Oh,
mother about
okay.
me?
Already off the bat, didn't even
she
have
didn't.
to think. Those you're not fucking regular.
Yeah. she's like, she didn't tell me anything like that, sweetie. I just, she holds up the golden cicada and says, "I've had enough brushes with death to be able to tell someone else who knows it." um,
Look, said Jasmine. Almost died.
yep.
Oh, you're not. Yeah. He
Yeah.
just slowly nods. Oh.
Okay. No judgment, of course. It's very useful. And he's gonna step out the door and go out back to get the car. Woo!
Well, my mom likes you.
Yeah. Oh, does she? This is how she handles people she likes.
Yeah. And then she follows after her mom.
You saw how she handled people
Jesus.
people she doesn't like.
Fair. You know what?
She did tell you before also that she was like, "Oh, my mother would love you."
Real.
Well, I guess I'm following.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna cut to Wix. Wix, you're at a local diner. Very, very nice place. Well kept in like the downtown area nearby City Hall. And you order their never-ending coffee. And just like maybe a small treat for yourself if you got the cash for that, which you probably don't.
Nope.
And just kind of sit there and watch. And you see a bunch of people coming in and out, families, workers on their lunch break or whatever, just trying to rest for a little bit. At one point, you'd see a couple of businessmen having a meeting. Actually, one of them is the dean of the school. Let's see, what was his name again? Yeah, you see Dean Collins meeting up with some rich bigwig, probably an investor, in a nearby booth, just talking about, like plans and, building contracts and what have you. And I want you to roll to gaze into the abyss as you're watching all of this. See what you do notice.
Yeah.
A lot of gazes. A lot of gazes. Love it.
Lot of gazing. Fuck. Okay.
Okay. Mark XP.
Level up.
Yep.
Level up. Congrats.
So I think that means they notice you first.
Yep.
As you're looking around trying to see what you can spot, somebody walks over to your table and takes a seat without your permission. A rather big, burly somebody with a nasty little shit-eating grin. And he looks at you with that sneer, immediately saying, "What's a little skank like you doing in a place like this?" Samson has just sat down at your table.
Drinking coffee.
Nobody just drinks coffee. There's plenty of places closer to the dorms or whatever other shithole you crawled out of. So what's the game? And can I play?
There's no game, and even if there was, no. Hey, please drink my coffee.
Roll to shut him down.
Ah, fuck, bro.
Mark it.
And it's a -1, so I'm not too surprised, but still.
Yeah. He's like, hey, I ain't stopping you. Leans back and kicks his feet up on the table. Hmm.
Since you're clearly making yourself comfy, where have you been since the party? That's the last time I saw you.
You know, just shooting the shit, doing a little studying. I actually had a nice conversation with that history teacher. What's his name?
Monroe.
Yeah, Dick for Brains. That's it. He was a fucking weird guy, man. He has like this whole this whole conspiracy theory going around. Seems to think you or that what was it, that Blair Witch Project had something to do with it. It's wild, man. I was dying laughing. Ah, shit.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Oh man. You know, it's kind of hit me the other day, actually. You know, you and him didn't used to talk that much, and yet at that party you seemed pretty chummy. What's up with that?
I sighed and put my coffee down. As you've put it, I'm a skank, a whore. I love to feel good, no matter who it comes from. And I decided that I want to feel good from him, from one.
Oh, okay. Just looking for a new lay? I get it. I
How
get
it
it.
usually goes.
Yeah, real enough. Why that one, though? I mean,
It was untouched territory.
oh, okay. Huh. You don't seem like the type of person to worry about stepping on people's toes.
Well, I guess you don't really know me that much.
Yeah. I got better things to do than get to know people. Most of the time, at least. Right now, I don't know. It's a lazy Sunday. Have you heard that cuckoo clock's gonna be having a little what do you call it? Conference over at the town hall today?
Why?
Some more shit to go with the whole conspiracy thing. He texted me about it. Tried to get me to show up. I might do it. Bring a sack of tomatoes or something. Have a gag.
That would be kind of funny.
Now you're getting it. All right. Well, hey. He takes his feet off the table. And like, enjoy your bland ass coffee, I guess. I gotta meet somebody. Stands up. And he walks towards the entrance to meet someone wearing a long. No, they wouldn't be that obvious. With a suit and tie.
Mhm.
A person that you recognize. An individual with beady black eyes. An entirely bald head. Very pale skin.
Mhm.
And pointy ears. You remember them from that place.
Fuck!
You put your head down and take another sip
Trembling.
as trembling,
Horribly.
absolutely, as Samson puts a hand on the guy's shoulder like he's an old friend, turns him away from you, and walks to one of the booths across the diner, out of sight from yours. And that is where we're going to end our session tonight. Thank you all so much for stopping by, my wonderful players and my wonderful audience. You have been a treasure as always. This session has been provided to you by my good friends Salty.
Hi.
Playing Wix, the Excubus. You can find their Twitch channel down in the description below. Vern.
What?
Hi. Playing Jasmine Beck, the magician. You can find her Twitch channel down in the description below. She also is the one who did my starting screen, my break screen, my ending screen. Wonderful artist. Please follow her. Follow Salty too. They're just a treasure generally. And my good friend Nil.
Hi.
Who doesn't have anything for you to follow except follow your heart and follow your dreams. He lives there. He exists in all things eternal.
And your walls.
Yes.
He's in your fucking walls.
He's in your walls. And yeah, thank you all so much for stopping by. And I will, for anybody who is looking for more of this stuff, you can find all of some extra RPs on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/unholybasil, where I will be streaming my next session of Solo Leveling Exodus, the Pathfinder campaign that I'm running, set in the Solo Leveling universe. And it will be featuring Salty, once again.
Hi.
Playing a pyromaniac made flesh. Pyromania made flesh. So, until next time, take it easy, everybody. Please be safe. Have a great day. Peace.
Bye.